there's no permanent recovery for you. I can't promise you that, but it will reduce over time. So I was so upset, and I was like, he's the brain of the business. You know, he loves what is happening. He started to learn about business. So during pandemic, we were the first to shut. Discos were the first to shut. You know, because it's a place where few hundred people gather together every night. So we were the first to shut, and that's when I realized there was an increase of sales in my skincare line because everybody was at home. They had nothing to do.
ரியல் மீடியா நேயர்கள் அனைவருக்கும் வணக்கம். நான் உங்க தீபிகா வெங்கடேஷ். இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கூட இருக்க ஸ்பெஷல் கெஸ்ட் யாரு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, பேசிக்காவே நம்ம ஒரு நல்ல மேக்கப் போடணும் அப்படின்னா நம்மளோட ஸ்கின் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கணும். ஸோ நயன் ஸ்கின்னோட கோ ஃபவுண்டரான டெய்ஸி மார்கன் அவர்கள் நம்ம கூட இருக்காங்க. மேம் வணக்கம்.
வணக்கம்.
எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நல்லா இருக்கேன்.
ஓகே. ஆண்டர்பிரனர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும் பொழுது ஒரு விமனா நிறைய விஷயங்களை வந்து இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணி இவ்வளோ தூரம் வந்திருக்கீங்க. உங்களை பற்றி எடுக்கும் பொழுது இன்னும் இருந்துக்கிட்டே இருக்கே, இவ்வளோ இயர்ஸ் எப்படி வந்து ஸ்ட்ரகிள் பண்ணி வந்திருக்காங்க, இவ்வளோ விஷயங்களை கிராஸ் பண்ணி வந்திருப்பாங்க அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி ரொம்ப கொஷின் மார்க்காக தான் இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ எப்படி இந்த ஜேர்னி வந்துச்சு, ஸ்டார்ட் ஆச்சு?
I had a lot of acne issues. It started with lots of pimples on my face. And at that point of time, Indian products, there was only Shahnaz Hussain. So what I did at 21 years old, that is like 24 years ago, I traveled and I started to learn from her. I went on a school with her and I started to learn and started to develop a lot of interest in skincare. So then I opened a small beauty salon. Then I started to develop products, and from there it grew. And then my pimples started to go. Today one popped out, but yeah, so it started to go. And then after pimples, what comes? Scars. So I started to treat scars. So every time there is some challenges, and for every challenge,
But
every
after-
problem, I was trying to solve it.
ஆஃப்டர் பிம்பிள் அந்த ஸ்கார்ஸ் வந்து தான் ரொம்ப
ஸோ
பிரச்சனை.
அதுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய பிரச்சனை வந்திருக்கு எனக்கு. வாட் ஹேப்பன் வாஸ், ஒரு இந்த ஸ்கார்ஸ்னாலேயே ஒரு ட்ரீட்மெண்ட் நாங்கள் போனோம்.
ஓகே.
ஸோ நான் வந்து டாக்டர் வந்து ஃப்ராக்ஷனல் லேசர் தான் ட்ரீட்மெண்ட், அது ஒரு ட்ரீட்மெண்ட்டாக மந்த்லியாக போகணுன்னு சொன்னாங்க. ஸோ ஐ சைன்ட் அப் அ பேக்கேஜ். When I signed up a package, what happened, because we are Indian skin, right? She did fractional laser, and usually 7 days later, the squares, it's a square, that square should fall off. That means the skin should come off. 7 days later, the skin didn't come off. 14 days, I thought, okay, maybe it's high dosage, let's wait 14 days. 14 days, it didn't come off. It was getting darker and darker and darker. By the time 3 weeks, I called up the derma and I said, my face is squares, and it's been 3 weeks since I went out. What's happening? And she asked me to take a photo and video, and I sent her. She said, oh my God, okay, you've been burned. Come back. So I did it in Singapore because I'm Singaporean. I went. She tried to do something. I don't know what she did on my face, and I was so upset because at that point of time, Nine Skin was going to be launched. I was going to launch Nine Skin. So she was doing whatever, and then I tried, okay, 3 weeks I tried again. And I said, it's not recovering. So I went to see another derma, and they said, okay, you actually got a burn. Because usually Indian skin, we will get burns. It's very common because we are dark skin. And I said, how? He said, like, there's no permanent recovery for you. I can't promise you that, but it will reduce over time. So I was so upset. And I went back to the lady. I said, how could you do this to my face? And I'm going to have a skincare launch. And how can my skin be like this? So because I was trying to solve one problem, I was introduced to laser. Then she said, anyway, you're going to launch a new skincare, right? Why don't you use the products? I was like, are you kidding? So booster oil, that oil, it's like a healing oil. I made it into a healing oil. I started to read up and it created booster oil. So I started to put booster oil every day. In Nine Skin. We have something called Skintilate. It's the booster oil. Every day I used to put day and night because it heals. It's like, you know, French oil you have in India. Which was very, very famous, right? It actually heals. So that booster oil started to regenerate my skin, and I'll share the pictures with you. I recovered within 45 days. Like 45 days, I got back that squares. I was like some comedy like that. I was having squares on my face. It disappeared. And then I started to use. So our skincare range of Nine Skin eventually solved one more problem, that is my burnt, plus it, because pigmentation is there. So we have the glow serum and the night cream that work perfectly well for me. So that's when we launched Nine Skin, and is a proven product.
ஓகே. ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வந்து உங்களுக்கு தான் வந்து ட்ரையல் பார்த்து ஒரு
looks like that
ஒரு சொல்யூஷன் கிடைச்சிருக்கு. தென் வந்து நைன் ஸ்கின் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்பொழுது முழுக்க இதோட உங்களோட இன்வால்மெண்ட் நிறைய இருக்கு அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி வந்து சொல்றாங்க. ஸோ எந்த அளவுக்கு இதுல இன்வால்வ்மெண்ட் எப்படி வந்து நயன் மேம் உங்களுக்கு ஒரு 10 இயர்ஸ் வந்து உங்களுக்கு வழக்கம் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ அந்த
ஆமா ஒரு
ஜர்னி எப்படி?
14 இப்போ ஒரு 14 இயர்ஸ் இருக்கும்.
ஓகே.
Yeah. So when I got to know her in 2015,
Okay.
2014, around 2014, 2015, at that point of time already, நான் வந்து skincare தான் செஞ்சேன். I was doing skincare but in a different brand name. So every time when I met them, I was like, okay, please try. Consistently, I've been asking them to try, but we didn't talk about business at that point of time. Then finally, I was telling her, like, you know, we all face a lot of skin issues, and even you have faced skin issues. Why don't we? And then she's like, yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think it's time for us to give it back to the society. And she said, like, Daisy, whatever problems you have been facing, and also what I needed, because, you know, shoots and all, you use lots of makeup. Can we do a range like that, which is non-competogenic? We want it more organic. Ingredients must be really good and this thing. And she decided these are certain things that she wanted in the skincare brand. And I decided there are certain things that I needed in the skincare brand because they're two different type of face type, right? So that's where our brand came about. Yeah.
ஓகே. விக்னேஷ் சிவன் சாரும் இதில் வந்து ஒரு ஃபவுண்டராக இருக்காங்க. ஸோ அவங்கள பற்றி அவங்க எப்படி இதுக்குள்ளே ஜாயின் ஆனாங்க, இல்லை அவங்களுடைய ஐடியாஸ் என்ன மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு? நைன் ஸ்கின் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்பொழுது நீங்கள் 2 பேரும் பேசுறது ஓகே, பட் அவர் எப்படி இதில் இன்வால்வ் ஆனாரு?
அவங்க வந்து ஒரு business, like he's the brain of the business. You know, he loves what is happening. He started to learn about business. He knew the aspects of what he needed to enter into the market. So he's more of a strategist in the company. He plans out how it should be going, what's our direction. And I think that was a very good, very important role that he's playing in the company, where, you know, sometimes decision making has to be made. And if, let's say, we have a difference, like மூணு பேரும், okay, no, cannot, he will come in here and say, okay, you know what, you do this first, then we can do this later. So he's more balancing out situations and also strategizing the entire company. He does all of that. So in that way, we make a very good, strong team, making sure that the brand goes on a nice manner. Yeah.
ஓகே. பிஃபோர் நைன் ஸ்கின் ஒரு 20 இயர்ஸ் வந்து ஆண்டர்ப்ரனராக இருந்திருக்கீங்க. தென் வந்து 4 daughters. ஸோ அவங்கள பற்றி ஒரு சில
25 years entrepreneur தான் இருக்கேன். 4 daughters, beautiful daughters. என்னோட மூத்த மகள் வந்து 20 வயசு.
ஆமா பார்த்துருந்தோம். பர்த்டே வந்து ஷேர் பண்ணிருந்தீங்க.
ஸோ அவங்களோட பர்த்டே அவங்க வந்து கேட்டாங்க.
ஆக்சுவலாக ஒரு ஆட் வரும் இல்லையா, இவங்க டாட்டர் தான் இவங்களா அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு, அந்த மாதிரி இருக்கு பார்க்கும் பொழுது.
ஸோ அவங்களோட பிறந்த நாளுக்கு வந்து அவங்க கேட்கும்போது என்ன, you know, what present are you going to give me, Amma? So I said, I'm going to present you with a business. Whatever business you want to do, that's your present for your birthday. So அவங்க வந்து பிஸ்னஸ்ல தான் இருக்காங்க இப்போ. Second daughter, 18 years old. Okay. She doesn't want anyone to know who is her mother because she wants to be known, famous on her own. Then I feel it's good because it's independent. She wanted her own name and everything. She's a Muay Thai fighter. She loves Muay Thai. She won a championship. And then my last 2 daughters, because I'm single, I didn't find anyone. And I wanted more children. You know, I love children. Like having limitless of children is good because I'm more motivated to work and grow. It's not easy being a mother and father. That's the role I play. So I adopted 2 more kids. Tyra, who is now 8 years old, and Mahalakshmi. She's 3.5.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I'm a mother. I'm a father. I'm a career woman. I look after all the needs of my parents, including my sister and her sons, because my sister lost her husband recently. So, yeah, in a whole, I feel that as a woman, if I can do this, I don't see a reason why a man can't do it. So I cook every day. Good or bad, I cook every day for the children because I want them to miss my food. You know, I can afford a chef, but I don't want that. Is because that is the connection me and my children have with each another. Apart from spending time, it's very nice when my daughter, who is studying overseas now, when she say, "Mommy, I miss your food. When I'm coming back, can you cook this for me?" So that makes me happy. That itself is happiness for me. And one very important thing, being a businesswoman, the moment we step home, we are no longer Miss Daisy Morgan, like how people respect us outside. Basically, my daughter might pull my hair, do something. We just have to keep quiet. We are their slave. And they bring me a lot of motivation because I wanted to give them, and I want to give them an A-class life. So whatever I'm working for, and in the beginning, is for that fire, that I wanted that drive, that I want to prove myself But now I'm working, the phase changes according to time. Now I'm working is because I want to make sure they have a very good life. I want to make sure they have something they can fall back on. If they want to carry on, they can carry on. If they don't want to carry on, I will be always their pillar of support in every way. Yeah.
ஓகே. ஒரு மாமா எந்த விதத்துலயுமே வந்து நீங்க உங்களை இது பண்ணிக்கல. நீங்க நிறைய இடத்துல சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க என்னன்னா, உயிர் அண்ட் உலக் அவங்கள மாதிரி வந்து ஒரு பசங்க இருந்திருந்தா நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும்னு அவங்கள பார்த்து யோசிச்சேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. அவங்க 2 பேரும் எப்படி உங்களுக்கு?
They are very, very loving boys. Very loving, very respectful. The way Nayan has brought them up with so much of respect, despite being a busy, she's literally busy going for shooting, coming back, she checks on them. She literally also brings them, if it's a long shoot, she brings them along. I would say, even though I was a mother earlier than her, I learned a lot through her also. You know, the way certain things that she handles, you know, on her own, even though she has got nannies, like even I have nannies, she literally goes hands-on the children. And that's very beautiful part of motherhood. Certain things that she teaches them, I learn it through her and I follow. Even though I was a mother 20 years before her, I think there's a lot to learn from her, the patience, the care, the way she sings to them. She's another child with them. So, you know, I learned through her actions and what she does. Yeah.
ஓகே. இந்தியா, சிங்கப்பூர், கனடா இவ்வளோ கண்ட்ரீஸ்க்கு உங்கள் பிராண்டை கொண்டு போய் ஒரு மெசேஜாக சேர்க்குறீங்க. எப்படி கஸ்டமைஸ் பண்ணி இதை எப்படி பில்ட் பண்ணுறீங்க?
இந்தியா, சிங்கப்பூர், கனடா சொன்னீங்களா? இல்ல இன்னும் இருக்கு ஆக்சுவலா.
இல்ல நிறைய கண்ட்ரீஸ்க்குன்னு சொன்னேன். இவ்வளோ கண்ட்ரீஸ்க்கு அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
So I give opportunities to a lot of women or even men out there who wants to do business, who don't know how to start or where to start. I build this distribution model where you can be a distributor in a particular country that you are settled in. Example, if you are migrating to US and you don't know what to do because you got married to your husband, you don't know what to do, you can start distributing our products and we will guide you. So that's how I went into different countries through distribution models where we will let them be their own boss in their own country, but we will give them all the support system possible to market our products in that particular country. Yeah.
ஓகே. ஆஃப்டர் பேண்டமிக் சிச்சுவேஷன் D2C மார்க்கெட் எந்த அளவுக்கு க்ரோத் ஆகி இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க?
I think during pandemic itself, the rise was at its peak. So I was into the nightlife. That means I run clubs, discotheques in Singapore. While I was selling products, my discotheque was making more money at that point of time. So my concentration was always there. But in between, if I see that some girl who comes to the club is having some pimple, I say, try this cream, and it was working. So during pandemic, we were the first to shut. Discos were the first to shut, you know, because it's a place where few hundred people gather together every night. So we were the first to shut, and that's when I realized there was an increase of sales in my skincare line. Because everybody was at home, they had nothing to do. So they were doing a lot of self-care for themselves, and that increased. And people started to use the internet more. So they knew what is online shopping all about. So it became much easier for us to scale. So during pandemic itself, I started to call makeup artists in other countries and I said, I know you don't have a job now. I'll send you products, you sell in your country. When you earn the money, you pass it to me. So that distribution model came in during COVID time itself for me, which I've also implemented it in Nine Skin.
ஓகே. உங்களோட மோட்டிவேஷ்னல் போஸ்ட்டாக இருக்கட்டும், ஸ்டோரிஸாக இருக்கட்டும், நிறைய இருக்குது. அது வந்து நிறைய 1 by 1 போட்டுக்கிட்டே தான் இருக்கீங்க. ஸோ 2025 டெய்ஸி மார்கனுக்கு நீங்கள் என்ன சொல்ல விரும்புகிறீங்க?
2025, I have always kept one very, very important motto in my life. That is, turn your pain into power. Every step you take, you see, being a woman, it's already tough. Being an Indian woman is always going to be tough. Because how much we do, how far we want to go, somehow they will stereotype us or they will talk something about us. We can't escape that. But for everything, I convert it into something positive. I always am a very positive person, and I think positivity is very important. For me, it's either you make your life better or bitter. Yeah.
ஓகே. ஒரு ஃபீமேல் ஆண்டர்ப்ரனராக இருக்கும்பொழுது சொசைட்டியில் என்ன மாதிரியான ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸை நீங்கள் வந்து ஃபேஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்கீங்க? என்ன மாதிரியான ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸ்லாம் வந்து ஓவர் கம் பண்ணி வந்திருக்கீங்க?
Trust. People don't trust because I'm a woman, number one. Number two would be you need some kind of, you need to work so hard to reach where you are. If it's a meeting, usually a lot of men takes up meeting. So when it comes to women, they think twice whether she's willing to put in the effort, the 100% effort, because she needs to look after her family. So that is something that I make sure that it didn't affect me. Like when I'm at work, I'm 100% at work. I do not allow any emotional matters to affect me. Even when there was a death in my family, I cannot sit down and cry because I don't have that time to cry. You know, I cannot show people out there, my customers, my distributors.
How hard the situations.
You have to be hard. If you want to enter into a business, you cannot think with your heart. You got to think with your head. So somebody can even, like die. I mean, someone died in my family, but there's no time to cry. I still have to get what has happened. I have to get it going. At the same time, work calls was coming in, which I don't answer saying that, sorry, someone, I got talk to you now. It doesn't work that way. So customers are not going to think, okay, someone died, so I'm not getting my things or what. It doesn't work that way. It's like an aeroplane. If the pilot is taking off, halfway he receives the news, he can't land immediately to go and see to his family, right? He has to go all the way, land everybody down, then go to see what he needs to do. It's the same. So to enter into entrepreneurship, anyone and everyone can do. How long you last is the most important thing. How long you want to last is another thing. There's a lot of sacrifices. You don't have a balance, like a timing when you can be home with your family. You might miss out on occasions. You need to fly around to go global. But I think the sacrifice is worth, because you are only born once as who you are. So I'm feeling very lucky that I'm born as Daisy Morgan this time, and I want to achieve as much as I can this time because I've already passed through that stage. I don't want to go back. I want to go forward. Yeah.
ஓகே, இந்த மாதிரி சுச்சுவேஷன்ஸ்ல எப்பயாவது வீட்டை மிஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா, டாட்டர்ஸை மிஸ் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா, சார் இந்த டைம் கூட இருந்திருந்தா நல்லா இருந்திருக்கும் அப்படின்னு எப்பயாவது திங்க் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா?
So just before I was coming here, my daughter, my 3-year-old Mahalakshmi, sent me a voice recording. I love you, I miss you, you are away, come back home soon. And my sister quickly messaged me and said, I'm so sorry, I shouldn't send you this message. But she took my phone and she did it on her own. She's growing. So my family knows no one is allowed to call me when I'm on a work trip because I don't want it to affect my mind. So certain people are supposed to look after my kids when I'm on a work trip. So the moment this message came, I told myself, okay, you know what? I got to book my flight, finish my work as much as possible, and leave quickly. So these are the kind of things that definitely will miss because they are all young, they are growing, they want the mother to be there. The child doesn't have a father even. So to her this is my mother, this is my father, and that's all I know in this world. So
ஒரு வீடியோல கூட நாங்க பாத்திருந்தோம். ஸோ நான் தான் உன்னோட மாம், நான் தான் உன்னோட ஃபாதர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி.
Yeah, she's like, what? She did that. It is sad. I felt very bad because but at the same time I did not make them feel that they don't have that support system. They have a beautiful grandfather who is their best friend. I tried my best to fill up all the gaps except the father part. And it's very challenging. I myself felt very bad about it. I felt sad about it. But when I think about it, rather the child grow up being very positive and know that, okay, my mother is a strong woman and I'm going to be as equally strong. They don't see toxic relationship where couples are fighting in the house. They don't see maybe a man shouting at the mother or we quarreling. They don't see a death of their dad. They rather don't have it from the beginning and grow positively, I hope. So anyway, I still feel if their own biological parents gave them up and they have come to me, then I think I'm very lucky to have them because they have come into a lucky family also. Yeah.
Okay. வந்து நைன் ஸ்கின்க்கு வருவோம். நைன் ஸ்கின்ல வந்து நயன்தாரா மேமோட இன்வால்மெண்ட் எந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு இம்பாக்டை கிரியேட் பண்ணுச்சு? அண்ட் லோகோவாக இருக்கட்டும், நைன் ஸ்கின் அப்படிங்கிற நேமாக இருக்கட்டும், ஸோ அதோட பிராண்டிங்காக இருக்கட்டும், அவங்களோட இன்வால்மெண்ட் ரொம்ப அதிகமாக இருந்துச்சு இதில். ஸோ அது எந்த அளவுக்கு இம்பாக்ட் கிரியேட் பண்ணுச்சு?
Actually, Nine Skin was not Nine Skin in the beginning. We came up with some other name. Started with Nov, then Nova. Then I said, I want Nayan. Then they said, no, we don't want Nayan. Don't put my name, she said. Then finally, Vicky then said, okay, let's put Nine Skin. So we had to check so many things. We have to check whether it's available on trademark, whether we can register the particular name, whether other people has the name. There's a lot of things that we had to see. So finally, we managed to get Nine Skin. She came up with the color combination. First, there was a total different color. When it came to her, one night, 3 o'clock, she called me. She's like, no, this is not it. This is not it. I can't do these colors. It's just not it. Don't be upset with me. I said, no, I'm not upset with you. I know for like 1 year we are doing this color, and now suddenly 1 year later I'm telling you this is not the color. I said, it's okay. Just tell me what you feel is right. So I trust her because I know she wants well for the company, and she trusts me because she knows I also want well for the company. So from a neon color, we went to earthy colors. And finally, like we dragged on this thing for like 2-3 years because of the color and everything. Finally, when I showed her the color she wanted based on all the bottles that came in, she was really happy. And we went in for the launch. Yeah. So her involvement, she puts in a lot of heart into this brand because she feels very connected to the brand. Yeah.
ஓகே ஏஐ அண்ட் ஏஆர் டெக்னாலஜிஸ் வந்து ஸ்கின் கேரில் ஒரு டயக்னோசிங் டூலாக இருக்குது. ஸோ இது வந்து உங்களுடைய பியூட்டி இண்டஸ்ட்ரி க்ரோத்க்கு எந்த அளவுக்கு ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லாக இருக்குது?
I think it's at least reducing our cost in marketing because we need to always like get content creators, and I think with AI a lot of things has been very simple for the team, our social media team, to do a lot of things faster. It's very fast. Nowadays within like 10 minutes I see one whatever I think in my mind they're able to do it. Usually the last time it would take 2-3 days for it to come. So I think with AI technology it's really good. I do not know whether lots of jobs are going to be lost because of that, but I think it is good. Like everything is very fast for us now. Yeah.
ஓகே நைன் ஸ்கின் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி வரும்பொழுது நிறைய பேருக்கு வந்து ஓகே இது நைன் மேம் வந்து பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத தாண்டி ஒரு ட்ரஸ்ட் பில்ட் ஆகணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதுக்கு என்ன மாதிரியான விஷயங்களை நீங்கள் சொல்ல விரும்புகிறீங்க?
சரி, ஸோ அதுக்கு வந்து ஆக்சுவலாக போன வருஷம் நாங்கள் வந்து ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணும்போது for 1 year we were just selling our products. We were trying to get lots of reviews to come in. So this year onwards, from next month onwards, we're going to show before after of a lot of customers who have benefited in these products. Because we want to get real reviews before we even go on retail. So now that we realize that it's suiting Indian skin, what type of skin doesn't suit certain products, with all that consolidated information, we are now going into retail, and we are going to show a lot of reviews coming up with real live customers of ours.
ஓகே, இவ்வளோ ஃபாஸ்ட் க்ரோத்துக்கான சீக்ரெட் என்ன?
Glow fast.
Growth.
Grow fast secret. Are we growing fast? I don't know. I think it's not about working hard, it's about working smart. So I used to work very hard. I put my legs in everywhere. Now I delegate jobs. I make sure that everybody is doing their own job while I focus in growth. So that way, I think growing fast will be if only you have a good team that you can delegate your job to, and then you focus on how to grow the company and scale up the company. Yeah.
ஓகே, இப்போ ஒரு ப்ராடக்ட்டை நம்ம வந்து உமன் ஆண்டர்ப்ரனராக ஒரு இதில் கொண்டு போகிறோம் அப்படின்னும் பொழுது நிறைய ஸ்ட்ரகிள்ஸ் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? அதை நீங்கள் ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லியிருந்தீங்க. ஸோ அந்த ப்ராடக்ட் நம்ம எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணும்பொழுது ஒரு கான்ஃபிடன்ஸ் இருக்கும் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதை நீங்கள் எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க? நீங்கள் எப்படி வந்து முன் வந்து சொல்வீங்க?
Like you're talking about cosmetic product or in general?
Cosmetic products.
Cosmetic product. See, cosmetic product, there is so many in the market. People are so confused on what to choose. You know, everywhere you go is a cosmetic that you see. But the first thing that people will pick up is always a nice packaging. Anything that looks nice, they will pick it up. The next thing is you have to try it. Now, when you try it, it doesn't end by just 7 days of trying and you say the product doesn't work. You have to complete it for a good 20-30 days to know whether the product works or not. So you have to also know one very important thing. You can probably be using Nine Skin now, but you cannot use Nine Skin forever. The same product. Because this particular product can probably work on your skin for a good 1 year, 2 years. After that, you got to change because you don't look the same forever, right? You need to keep improvising because probably if you don't have wrinkles 1 year later, you're going to have wrinkles. So what you must go next? You have to use anti-aging. Then maybe you go in the sun, you have got pigmentation. So according to your age, your skin changes. I am 45 now, 45 years old. And yeah, so when I'm 45, I'm thinking, oh my God, okay, I got to prepare myself when I'm turning 50. So I'm already preparing now before I turn 50. It's like an ice cream. If you keep an ice cream in the fridge, it'll be frozen and it'll be nice to eat, right? The moment you bring it back home, the first thing you do is you keep it in the fridge first so you become cold. So I think skincare is about starting early. If you start early, every age you will get better and better and better. So I think the younger generation nowadays, I notice a lot of young girls because they're growing. I think the food is good, everything is good, but their skin is not taken care really well. Like my daughters and all started really early is because the mother's doing skincare, so all of them is into skincare now. Um, but there's a lot of other people who take it for granted. But when you reach up to 40, 45, and then you decide to do skincare, it's not going to work. You got to start really early, like in your 20s, 30s. You got to keep starting. And I think that way you can keep yourself always looking young.
ஓகே. ஸ்கின் கேர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லும்பொழுது இந்தியன் மார்க்கெட்டில் வந்து 11 பில்லியன் இருக்குது, $11 billion இருக்குது. ஸோ இது வந்து 2025ல் 30 பில்லியன்ஸாக வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. இது எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க?
It's definitely true because எல்லாரும் இப்போ வந்து ஸ்கின் கேர் தான் செய்கிறாங்க. அது ஒரு ட்ரெண்ட் மாதிரி போகுது. ஆனால் and every founder or every business owner, the first thing, if you're a woman, you want to only come up with skincare. Now, how different are you is the number one. What kind of ingredients you put is number two. And a lot of people are going for fairness. The moment is they show before and after, I became fair on the first day, and 7 days later, I become super fair. Everybody goes and buy that product, you know. But then again, how long will you really be fair because you are born with this color? Right? You're still going to go back to that same color eventually. So that is something they will realize over time. But I think more than how fast a product changes you is how long the product is going to sustain your beauty. That's what I feel. So like what you said, many brands are coming in, it's going to be double, definitely, is because I think media, internet is born. AI has come in. Everything is very fast. Nowadays, nobody is even looking at watching TV anymore. They're only on their phones. And the first thing I think everyone wakes up, they go to Instagram or Facebook. So over there, when you keep going through, if you find for skincare, all the skincare comes out. So they have choices. They are spot for choices. But which brand stands out depends on your marketing.
ஓகே. இந்தியன் மார்க்கெட் அப்படிங்கிறத தாண்டி வேர்ல்டு மார்க்கெட் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கும்பொழுது 2022ல் யூஎஸ்டி அப்படின்னு சொல்லி பார்க்கும்பொழுது 24.53 பில்லியனாக இருந்துச்சு. 2027ல் வந்து 3.33 பில்லியனாக வந்து இன்க்ரீஸ் ஆகும் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ வந்து இதில் 6.32% வந்து வரைக்கும் போகுது அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு இப்போ கரண்ட் வேல்யூவில். ஸோ இதை எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க ஸ்கின் கேரில்?
Because people are getting educated about skincare. Every day, என்னோட டைம்ல வந்து 2001 லட்சம் சிக்ஷனாஸ் was in அந்த that era, right? There is no social media. We don't know what is skincare also. Whatever comes, we will take. If there is I think Fair and Lovely, we took it. These are the limited products that was shown to us. So the younger generation now are even knowing what is skincare all about. So that's why they are buying. That's why you can reach, even if you're saying 33 billion, I think it'll be even more. Because the younger generation have already started using skincare because they feel it's important. Whether it's their eyebrow, whether it's the eyelash. I think my daughter knows better than me now. Because it's all being taught, and I think it's a very good thing where this market is going big, because last time it was not as big as what it is right now. So it gives a lot of opportunities for women to go into the market and make it big also. Yeah.
ஓகே. உங்களோட நயன்தாரா மேம் நீங்கள் உங்கள் 2 பேரோட காம்போ வந்து எப்போவுமே வந்து ஒரு ஃபன்னியாக இருக்கும். நான் வந்து ஒரு ஃபன்னியஸ்ட் பர்சன் அப்படிங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க. ஸோ உங்களுக்குள்ளே நடந்த ஒரு கான்வர்சேஷனில் ஏதாவது ஃபன்னியான மூமெண்ட்ஸ் இருக்கா?
Funny moments. Yeah, so we were playing some game. We usually, when we get together, we will play some games and all. And now with this person who will not even, I think they were finding who was the wolf or something like that. And so we're not allowed to say who's the wolf. And I didn't know how to play the game. So I was like, oh my God, he's the wolf. And I'm not actually supposed to say. And she was like, because I spoiled the entire game, she started to laugh and laugh until she was crying and all, because like tearing, because like, you know, I didn't know how to play the game, and I was innocently just saying that he's the wolf and letting everybody know who is the wolf. Yeah. So because Vicky was the wolf and Vicky was like upset, angry with me for like letting know. So that was one incident. And we have a couple of incidents. We have our best laughs, worst fights, but we always together, touch it. Yeah. The bond is there. Somehow there is some connection and love. Yeah.
ஓகே. அவங்க வந்து கொஞ்சம் நிறைய சமைச்சு உங்களுக்கு வந்து கொடுத்து விடுவாங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. What you love?
I liked her biryani. She cooks very good biryani.
Okay.
She bakes very good banana cakes. So she's an amazing cook. Yeah, you will not believe the way she cooks. Or she will go to the kitchen to wash the cups and pots, and we will be like, oh, if people know that Nayanthara is actually doing all of this, they will be like, you know. But she proved that she's not just a celebrity, but when she come back home, she's a mother, she's a wife, and she's like a sister. So that's the most beautiful thing about her.
ஓகே
In the recent times, I've been going to Korea for all the exhibitions. During one of the exhibition, when I told them about my skincare, the Korean company got interested in Nine Skin. So now Nine Skin is going to enter into Korea because Koreans actually like Ayurvedic also, and we Indians like their product, but now they are becoming to liking our product. So you see, you do not know where what will click, and I think the Korean products, the invention is amazing. Their technology is totally different. Like there is a recent product that we are planning to, we are trying to do. It's like a molecule. The serum is like a molecule. You get it. You get to know soon. So we're actually going to launch that here. But the great news is like Nine Skin is entering into Korea, where the Koreans will get to enjoy the Indian products because they love the herbs, the Ayurvedic and stuff like that. I do understand that Korean products are so hyped up in India. I think they even have a Korean street in Chennai now, because of the kind of quality in the product and the kind of ingredients they use and the technology basically that shows results. So the next 5 years that we have got planned for Nine Skin would be definitely to go even more to scale up globally in a different level, to also bring in body care.
Okay.
Yeah, we are coming up with a gluta-ghee body lotion where it's a mix of glutathione and ghee.
Glutathione and ghee.
Ghee,
Okay.
yeah. So it gives you moisture. At the same time, it also gives you the brightening because we go out in the sun. Sometimes our hands are darker than our face because our hands are direct. Face, we'll put a cream, sunblock, but we'll forget to put over here. So we are coming up with a gluta-ghee body lotion. R&D we've been doing for almost like 1.5 years now. So finally, we are kind of like, okay, this gluta-ghee is going to do well because we actually, when we manufacture any product, it starts with everybody in the offices. All of us will be using it. Then we start to give it to our friends and family. So when we receive all the reviews, then we again do up properly to make sure that nobody gets any kind of like, breakouts or any issues. Any one problem also, we make sure that we redo it. That's why we take a very long time to bring in one product. And so recently we have come up with a face cleanser sheet. So you don't need
Cleanser
foam.
sheet,
Yeah,
okay.
you don't need foam anymore. It's a face cleanser. It's a sheet. You can open it up, and in this sheet you put water and you can wash your face. There's turmeric in it.
Okay.
There's turmeric, vitamin C, and salicylic acid. So it's very pocket size. You can put it in your bag. You can wash your face anywhere. It's very good for men
Smells good.
also. So
Okay.
we are actually a unisex brand. So this was very, yes. So when you put
Okay.
water, it turns into a foam. And then you wash your face.
Okay.
And it's the
Smells good.
ingredients, yeah, and the ingredients are turmeric, vitamin C, and so it gives you the freshness all the time. You can even use it for your body also. So I travel a lot, and I felt like carrying the foam everywhere I go was a big problem. That's when I carry this everywhere I go. So it's easy for me to wash my face or shower myself. So I use that one thing for everywhere. Yeah.
ஓகே ஓப்பன் பண்ணதுமே வந்து இந்த ஸ்மெல் அப்படியே
Yeah, it's nice. Smells lavender. So yeah, patchouli and lavender.
என்னென்ன ஃப்ளேவர்ஸ்லாம் இருக்கு
The whole ingredient list is here. We have got patchouli, vitamin C, turmeric. In all our Nine Skin products, we always have a Ayurvedic ingredient inside, an Indian ingredient. So that's why we always said like we are Ayurvedic backed up with technology, modern technology. So we mix Indian with the modern technology into our products. So you got vitamin C and turmeric.
ஓகே
Yeah. So these are the kind of interesting products we are coming up with. This kind of sheet. We have got another one called a powder cleanser. There's many more.
பவுடர் கிளென்சர்
Yeah, powder.
ஓகே
So the cleansers are powder. It's not. So when you put the powder, you wash it. It's again foam.
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே
Yeah. So those kind of thing. We've got a micro needle serum. So you go for micro needling for the face. A lot of people go for micro needling. It's very painful. Because I had scars, they wanted me to go for the micro needling. After that laser, they told me micro needling. It was so painful, I was suffering. Then I came out with the micro needling serum. That also is going to be coming out. So we have a range of products coming out, but you come out slowly after our R&D.
பவுடர் கிளென்சர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்கீங்க ஸோ அந்த ஐடியா வந்து எப்படி வந்துச்சு இதை பார்த்து இன்ஸ்பயர் ஆனீங்க
Okay, so again, I travel a lot. The Customs always stop if anything 100 above 100 ml. Last time was about, I think 60. Now they've increased it to 100. So, and also not that, whenever I travel, I see when I open my luggage, I check it in. When I open my luggage, all the foam is all over my clothes. If I don't tie it or I forget. So that's when I decided, why don't I just do a powder cleanser? And anyway, our ingredients are pure. Like in the powder cleanser, if I want lavender, it's lavender flowers, which we grind it. So it's pure. You know, and then we have pineapple enzyme. So pineapple, you would dry it and you make it preservative and you make it into powder. It's also pure. So literally everything in that ingredient is pure. Of course, to make it stay longer, we do have another organic ingredient added into it as a preservative. So the powder cleanser came about, and that's also something we're gonna launch. Yeah.
Okay.
So I go in for a lot of exhibitions. I feel like any sector of job you are in, whether is it the beauty line, whether is it you are in a technology line, every country has got exhibitions. So the first thing when I go for a holiday, sometimes my children hates going holiday with me because the first thing I do is I find out which exhibition is there in that country, and I'll bring the kids along with me for the exhibition because I want them to learn. So it can be bakery, it can be anything. I think when you go in for this kind of exhibitions, it's not about buying. It gives you ideas. It gives you a lot of ideas on how to improve. It gives you ideas on how you can market your product. See, I went for a IT exhibition in Hong Kong. But it's nothing relevant to my industry.
Yes.
But when I went there, I saw the way they set up the booth. I saw the kind of 3D visual merchandise they had for their products. I saw the way they were giving out pamphlets in a very unique manner. The kind of free gifts they gave that gave me idea of what I can do for my Nine Skin or other companies. I'm not only dealing with Nine Skin, I deal with many other companies also. How I can bring in all these interesting marketing strategies into the company for a roadshow or an exhibition, or what can I do to scale. So it doesn't need to be your industry. You can go for any exhibition, but somehow you will walk out gaining knowledge. See, I'm a school dropout. I'm very street smart. So everywhere I go, to me is a learning. I am called up for a lot of talks nowadays. So I've been giving talks for a very long time. And nowadays there's a lot of conferences that calls me to give a speech. And they will tell me, oh Daisy, your time slot is at 3 p.m. I would be telling them, okay, but what time does the event start? They said 9 a.m. I said, then I'll be there at 9 a.m. She's like, oh, really? I said, yeah, because I want to learn. It doesn't mean how far you go, how big you are. You can be whoever. There is still learning. You still need to gain knowledge. I might be learning from even my daughter, the things that I don't even know, Gen Z, the Gen Z thing. I might not be in that stage anymore. So I might need to learn from them. So when I go, I learn so much from another person. Oh, okay, so this is what I may be missing out. This is what I need to know. So you shouldn't have ego. As a business person, you should not have ego. You should know that you must be always open to learning things from other people. And it doesn't matter how old the person may be. The child can be even 10 years old, but she might tell you something that you might not even know. And I think that is very, very important in any business, not just the beauty industry, any business for the matter of fact. And works well for both men and women. I don't believe in independent women, to be very frank. Women's Day and all, when I went and give a talk and all, I even though I'm single or whether I'm divorced, I always feel that a man plays a very important factor in our life. It's very important to have them because it's a support system, it's a sense of security at the end of the day. And I think having them together, that means when two men and women, it's like a yin and yang, when it's together, right? When the combination comes in, it becomes even more powerful. And I feel a lot of men nowadays are becoming very receptive to women doing business, pushing their wives to go and do, supporting them. I've even seen men who actually give up their jobs just to come and help their wives to run a business. And that is very nice to see. I have a friend, she has a cake studio in Malaysia.
Okay.
And her husband was a banker. He left the banking job and now he makes cakes together with her. And after he came in, she scaled up like 5-10 times more.
Wow.
Like literally after he came in, because why? They give you ideas and they give you the strength. They give you that push. Hey, I'm here. What do you worry? Go and do it. And we're going to do this together with you. And literally they both have like scaled up really well. They're actually having some events happening and she's getting a lot of recognition, and I think that's really very good. Yeah.
அந்த growth உங்களுக்கு பார்க்கும்பொழுது எப்படி இருக்கு?
I wish I had that support system, to be very frank. Whether it was my father or whether it was the person I married, nobody gave me that support system to go and start a business. And I would say that I turned that into something positive again. Because you didn't want me to do business, I want to do business to see what is it that was so wrong to do business. And because I stepped into business, how hard it was, I didn't want to come out with it because I have to prove them that they are wrong. You know, I was like, okay, I'm in a dying situation. It was like so bad. I have no one to talk to. But I told myself, Daisy, you cannot come out because you challenged all of them and you went to do this. So at any point of time, no one should know your struggle. You already dive into it. You have to swim across this ocean river. I know it was first a river for me. Then I realized, oh my God, it's an ocean. You know, I thought it's just a river in the beginning when I started, but it's not a river, it's an ocean. Ocean is huge. It's limitless. The moment you are an entrepreneur, it's limitless. There's no limit to earn money. So anyone who comes and work for me, I would tell them only one thing. You cannot be my worker forever. There's two things. Tell me, you want to be limited, that means you earn a fixed salary every month from me, or you want to be limitless. So to me, I rather have people who work for me, who eventually becomes my partners. That means I give them a small share in the company, and they run it. That's when I'm able to scale myself even further. So different people work different ways. But a lot of people employ graduates and keep them as their staff forever. But for me, I employ people who are lost and figuring out something to do, get them to come in, assess them, and tell them, okay, you know what, now you take over this business. I'm not disturbing you. I just want X amount every month, or I want X% share to come in every month. And they would do it. So that way I was able to deviate into other businesses. So I run several businesses. So that way it was making me to scale up even more and more. Yeah.
ஓகே, ஒரு ஒர்க்கரா பார்க்காம ஒரு பார்ட்னரா நான் ட்ரான்ஸ்ஃபார்ம் பண்ணி நான் கொண்டு போறேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்றீங்க. ஸோ அந்த ஐடியா உங்களுக்கு எப்படி தோணுச்சு? ஏன் அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு தாட் வந்துச்சு?
Because of the turnover, whenever ஒரு worker வரும்போது அவங்க ஒர்க் பண்றாங்க. Okay. They learn everything. Somebody will offer them a better pay because they know they are very capable, they are trained, well trained, and they will go. Then again, I have to train one more time. Training itself is a tiring process. Now I was thinking, okay, you know what? It's okay. You come in on a mindset that I'm going to give you something, and you take over and you start to run. But the moment you slack, I have to take it back because I don't want something I gave you to die. So to commit, I realize a lot of women faces a lot of challenges to commit. They can't commit 100%. Even my daughter, you know, I told her, yes, I'm presenting you a business, but I'm so sorry to tell you, when you're in the business, she told me she was sick just a few days ago. I said, so? She said, mommy, I said, no, when you're doing business, I'm not your mommy. You know, whether you're sick, you have to make sure your work is done. Whether you don't have enough sleep, I don't care. And then she's like, you know, you mean I shouldn't sleep? I said, it's not that you shouldn't sleep. You might not have enough sleep, but too bad. You have decided to come into the business world. This is how it is. Until you are stable enough, you have to work towards it or not. If you don't have sleep, it's fine. So she was like, and I asked her, I said, Lakshana, are you really ready for this? Because it's not going to be easy. So, and then she said, yes, I'm ready. I will do it. And you know, it takes time, you know. So I said, there's two choices you will have. It's either you do this business and you excel really well and you're going to bring yourself proud. You're not going to bring me proud because I'm already a businesswoman. Nothing to bring me proud. You're going to bring yourself so proud and you are going to earn a lot of money. You can buy whatever car you want, whatever you want. There's no restriction on that. But again, you can also be known as a spoiled rich kid because you're still going to have everything. Still, we'll get you whatever you want. You have two choices, a spoiled rich kid or a successful businesswoman.
Then choice is yours.
Yes. Then, okay. But you know, I was so happy that she still chose to be a successful businesswoman. I was hoping she don't say, I want to be a spoiled rich kid. But she decided to, okay, I would choose to be a successful businesswoman. So she's working hard on her business also, which is going to be launched soon.
ஓகே, நீங்கள் இங்கே சென்னை வரும்பொழுது ஒரு 2 lakhஸோட நான் இங்கே வந்திருந்தேன். ஸோ அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் நான் இதை வந்து க்ரோத் பண்ணி இந்த க்ரோத் இப்படி வந்துச்சு அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அங்கேருந்து இந்த க்ரோத்தை நீங்கள் எப்படி பார்க்குறீங்க?
நான் வந்து இந்தியாவுக்கு வரும்போது 2001ல வந்தேன். 2001 or 2002. அப்போது வந்து ரீபாண்டிங், ஹேர் ஸ்ட்ரெய்ட்டனிங். ஐ ரீபாண்டட் மை ஹேர் அண்ட் கேம். ஸோ ஷனாஸ் ஹுசேன்ல வந்து பார்த்தாங்க that class and it's like, why your hair is so straight? I said, you don't have rebonding here? It's like, no. That was one idea immediately that came in. Okay, then you know what? I have this 2 legs. Out of that 1 leg, I quickly went and bought products from Singapore and I started to distribute to all the salons in Bangalore. And I recovered 2 times more. Again, I went abroad. By then, L'Oreal came in with threading products. That's when my business died. That I couldn't do more because L'Oreal took over. It's a bigger brand, of course. So that's how I always started to try and do something like selling something or doing something. And then at that point of time, there was Barista. So I was based in Bangalore only, and they had Barista there. And there was a lot of Bangalore is a cosmopolitan place, so there's a lot of like foreigners who come there. And my friends were all Arabs from Dubai, UAE, and all. And I see they love to smoke shisha, hookah, you know. So that was in 2002. After that, 1 year, 2 years later, 2002, 2003. So every day we're in barista until we know the barista people, the managers, and I said, can we put shishas? And every shisha we will, charge a certain amount. And he was like, okay. So we expanded. Every barista had a shisha at that point of time, and then we expanded into Goa, and then India put a stop to shisha, so the business stopped. By then it was time for me to go back to get married. I was 24, so I went and then I got married, and I helped on the business of my ex-husband, and it started to go on like that. So I think it's within you. It doesn't matter how old you are, doesn't matter where you are. Business can be earned you can earn anywhere. It's whether you want to put your mind to it and make sure you see, putting your mind to something is one thing, but to start, you have to start. If you don't start, you will never know. So anyone who wants to do business, don't keep waiting, just start. There's only 2 things can happen.
Start immediately.
Yeah, start immediately. Only 2 things can happen. Number 1, it becomes very successful. Number 2,
Loss.
it's a loss, but it's okay. You know how to work again. Money can be earned. You can't earn a life. Money can be earned again. So I went for this conference I told you, and I met this person, Mr. Santosh, who also owns a chain of restaurants all over the world. And he says one thing like, the richest man in this world, okay, let's say Bill Gates, would want the life you have. It's because he's not as young as you. He will not be able to spend as much as like whatever he can spend when he's younger, or how much he wants to do. So to me, at the end of the day, till you have the life, just go all out. It's just about money. Money you can earn. Even you go to a normal work, you earn money. So don't wait, just get yourself going.
ஓகேவா, அழகான ஒரு டெஃபினிஷனோட முடிச்சிருக்கீங்க. நிறைய விஷயங்கள் கேட்கும்பொழுது இன்னும் இன்ஸ்பயர் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கீங்க அப்படின்னு சொல்லி தான் தோணுது. ஸோ ஐ வாஸ் மிஸ்மரைசிங் அப்படின்னு சொல்லலாம். சரி, இவ்வளோ நேரம் எங்கள் கூட இருந்து நிறைய விஷயங்களை ஷேர் பண்ணிக்கிங்க. தேங்க்யூ ஃபார் கமிங்.
Thank you very much.